Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a nickel worth 5 cents, and unknowingly spending a coin that could have changed your financial future forever. It sounds impossible, yet stories like this have fueled the dreams of collectors for generations. Every year, rare coins emerge from old jars, forgotten drawers, and inherited collections, revealing values that leave even seasoned numismatists stunned. But among these hidden treasures, one coin has earned a reputation that borders on legend. The 1939 Jefferson nickel with a rare mint mark and extraordinary error characteristics is considered by many collectors to be one of the most elusive opportunities in American numismatics. Now here's the question that should stop you in your tracks. What if one of the most valuable nickels ever produced has been sitting unnoticed for decades? What if countless examples were spent, exchanged, or lost because nobody realized what they had? While most people see pocket change, collectors see possibility. The difference between a spender and a collector is often measured not in cents, but in life-changing dollars. Before we go any further, think about this for a moment. Do you have an old coin jar somewhere in your house? A forgotten coffee can in the garage? A collection inherited from parents or grandparents? If you do, this might be the perfect time to remember what it is, because the story you're about to hear has transformed ordinary nickels into extraordinary treasures. The Jefferson nickel debuted in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel and introducing a fresh design honoring Thomas Jefferson. On the reverse stood his beloved home, Monticello, a symbol of American history and architecture. Millions of these coins entered circulation, and for most Americans, they were simply another piece of everyday currency. Yet beneath the surface of ordinary production lurked a handful of anomalies that would eventually ignite one of the most fascinating treasure hunts in the coin collecting world. The year 1939 proved particularly important. Production occurred at multiple mints, including Philadelphia and Denver. While millions were struck, a small number emerged with characteristics that set them apart from every other nickel in circulation. These differences were so subtle that many escaped detection for years. Some were spent at grocery stores, others vanished into cash registers. A few survived long enough to become the centerpieces of elite collections. Among the most famous varieties is the 1939D reverse of 1940 Jefferson nickel. To the untrained eye, it appears ordinary, but specialists know better. During the transition between reverse designs, dies intended for future production were paired with 1939 obverse dies. The result created a fascinating hybrid that immediately caught the attention of advanced collectors decades later. What makes this variety extraordinary isn't just its rarity, it's the combination of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. These are the ingredients that often create market legends. And when high-grade examples appear, bidding wars can become intense. But that isn't where the story ends. There is another layer that pushes certain 1939 nickels into an entirely different category. Minting errors. Errors are the accidents of the coin world. They are moments when the manufacturing process deviates from perfection, creating unique characteristics that transform ordinary coins into objects of obsession. For collectors, errors represent the unexpected. They are proof that even within highly controlled production systems, mistakes happen. Some 1939 Jefferson nickels exhibit dramatic doubled dies. This occurs when design elements appear duplicated due to misalignment during the die creation process. Letters may appear doubled. Numbers can show distinct separation. Certain features seem to vibrate with an unusual visual effect. These details are often invisible to casual observers but instantly recognizable to experienced collectors. Imagine discovering that a tiny doubling on a date or inscription could increase a coin's value from a few cents to thousands of dollars. That's exactly why collectors spend countless hours examining nickels under magnification. And here's something worth considering right now. If you own old nickels, have you ever looked at them closely? Not casually. Really looked at them? Because hidden wealth rarely announces itself. It hides in details most people ignore. Then there are repunched mint marks. During the era before modern minting technology, mint marks were sometimes punched into dies by hand. If the punch shifted or was applied multiple times, traces of the original placement remain visible. These repunched mint marks create fascinating varieties that collectors actively seek. On certain 1939 Jefferson nickels, evidence of multiple mint mark impressions can be observed under magnification. To a collector, these aren't flaws, they're signatures of history. Tiny clues revealing exactly how a coin was created more than 8 decades ago. As demand increased over the years, these varieties gained recognition. Price guides began documenting them. Auction houses highlighted them. Specialist collectors competed to secure the finest known examples. And that's where things get truly interesting. Because rarity alone does not guarantee value. Condition matters a lot. A heavily worn coin may still be collectible, but a pristine example enters an entirely different universe. Coins graded at the highest levels become extraordinarily scarce. Every scratch, every mark, every sign of circulation reduces the number of elite specimens available to collectors. Now picture a rare 1939 mint mark Jefferson nickel featuring a significant rare variety and preserved in exceptional condition. You're no longer talking about a coin, you're talking about an artifact, a survivor, a piece of history that escaped decades of wear and damage. The marketplace rewards that survival. In fact, some elite examples of rare Jefferson nickel varieties have generated astonishing auction results. Collectors understand that opportunities to acquire top-tier specimens may appear only once every several years. When competition converges on a single coin, prices can surge dramatically beyond expectations. Here's a quick reality check. Most people would never imagine searching through old nickels for hidden treasure. They search for investment opportunities, real estate deals, stock tips, and side hustles. Yet some collectors have discovered remarkable value in boxes of coins that others considered worthless. There is something almost ironic about that. A person might spend years chasing wealth while unknowingly carrying a potential collectible treasure in their pocket. That's the power of numismatics. It's not merely about money, it's about knowledge. Knowledge creates opportunity, and opportunity creates value. As awareness surrounding rare Jefferson nickel varieties continues to grow, collector interest remains strong. Online marketplaces, major auctions, and specialized coin events have introduced these rarities to new generations of enthusiasts. Demand has expanded beyond traditional collectors, attracting investors seeking tangible assets with historical significance. This growing attention has created urgency. Why? Because supply isn't increasing. No new 1939 Jefferson nickels are being produced. Every year, coins are lost, damaged, or permanently removed from the market. The surviving population becomes increasingly important. High-grade examples become even more desirable. Rare varieties become even more difficult to locate. That's the definition of scarcity. And scarcity is one of the strongest drivers of value in any collectible market. Now let's address the number that captures everyone's attention. Reports and market speculation surrounding elite specimens have fueled discussions of extraordinary valuations. Under exceptional circumstances involving rare varieties, significant minting anomalies, elite preservation, and intense collector demand, certain examples have been associated with values approaching hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some enthusiasts even discuss theoretical market scenarios reaching as high as $781,000 for a truly extraordinary specimen possessing all the right characteristics and attracting the right buyers at the right moment. Whether such valuations become reality depends on many factors: authentication, grading, rarity confirmation, market conditions, and collector competition all play critical roles. Yet the fact that these conversations exist at all reveals something remarkable. We're talking about a nickel, 5 cents, a coin once used to buy everyday necessities, and today, under the right circumstances, potentially worth more than many luxury homes. Take a second and let that sink in. The next time you receive change, will you look at it differently? You probably should, because history has repeatedly shown that rare coins surface in unexpected places: estate sales, garage sales, inherited collections, bankrolls, forgotten containers tucked away for decades. Every collector dreams of making the discovery that changes everything. Most never do, but some do. And every major coin discovery began with the simple decision to take a closer look. As we reach the end of this remarkable story, one lesson stands above all others. Hidden wealth often exists where nobody expects to find it. The difference between overlooking opportunity and recognizing it can be as small as a mint mark, a double letter, or an unusual detail visible only under magnification. The 1939 Jefferson nickel remains one of the most intriguing examples of that principle. Its history, its rarity, its era varieties, and its enduring collector demand have secured its place among the most fascinating coins in American numismatics. So before you move on with your day, consider checking that coin jar. Open that old collection. Examine those forgotten nickels. Because somewhere out there, another rare specimen may still be waiting to be discovered. And if the story of this nickel surprised you, the next coin we're covering may be even more unbelievable. Rumors surrounding this ultra-rare American coin have collectors searching everywhere, and one specimen has generated attention for a valuation that seems almost impossible to believe. You won't want to miss that story.